Yeah, back in the building, fresh from Wembley. I don't even know where's the place where you were, Spence.
We was at the Fairfield Halls in Croydon,
Oh yeah, Fairfield
and
Hall. I know Fairfield Hall.
and as Tundi keeps on telling man to dream it, believe it, become it. We have to. Four
In
years
the
ago.
magical, let's start the
Yeah,
show
all
properly.
right, cool, cool.
In the magical words, the now famous words, we introduce and open the show with the preamble. Dream it, believe it, become it.
Coming up, and I want man to know that we are when we're coming up because we're on the rise.
Mm,
Now, from now on, you anyone talking about this show, it's the award winning Fight It
winning.
Right
Yeah,
podcast
yeah, 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 yeah.
as we
And I,
won last night, right? And out of the 4,000 people that voted, right? Of the esteemed members, the 4,000 that voted, we got 1,997 of the votes. And that is
mm,
down to you people who are down on the fighters, right? Or when Tundi's saying, make sure you vote for us. Man, like too much guys to big up. I have to big up Bobby Wright because Bobby Wright was gonna like was having a baby. Every minute he's sending me messages like, "What's happening? Have you won yet? What's going on?" You know what I mean? So, big up Bobby Wright, big up Country Don, Damian Charles. Yeah, you know what I mean, BK Better Life, Duke Alexander. Thank you for you starting the thing already for the what's that? 14 Czar.
14
Love
czar.
this to see Spencer. Welcome back, Grapehead. Listen,
Come on, I'm back. I'm back. I gotta come back. It's just a few weeks out, and it is definitely. I mean, my eyes are still red. I literally have had 1 hour sleep. I'm
no
there.
Tundi. Your eyes have been red since last week.
I'm telling you, just to study. We're studying. It all looks easy with a couple minutes blowout, but you work so hard for so many weeks for for that outcome. Really, that I've always said I'd rather it end finish early than have a long night. And so, congratulations to Mr. Anthony Yard last night. Um, and yeah, we're back on the horse straight away. Back from Wembley, come down as Anthony was disposing of his opponent. You were in the Fairfields Hall picking up our. I think that's our first award actually. That's our
It's,
first award.
it's our first award as a collective for Stamina for Sale. We've both got
Yes,
individual awards in the past, but
yes.
yeah, it's the first. And it's going to be the first of many because I'm just going to keep this thing real. They can't ignore us because we're not asking for anybody's validation. And the reason why it is, I want people to realize this is like myself and Babatunde Ajayi, we actually work from value. We are not striving for it. We work from value because we realize the value is within yourself,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So massive big up to everybody who was out last night. Tun, the place was like some dance. It was mad.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
was black tied off. It was beautiful
Mm.
to see.
Yeah,
Richard
man.
Blackwood done a great job hosting. Johnny Nelson got a lifetime achievement award. Omar got an award as well for lifetime achievement in music.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
There's
performed as
there's
well.
nothing like
Come on.
this.
When
Big
Omar sung that,
studio.
yeah, when Omar sung that, he smashed it to bits. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was
massive
like,
tune.
yeah, Slim got an award as well. Remember
Big up
Freddie
Slim.
Krueger? Remember Freddie Krueger?
Me and Freddie went college.
You went college, yeah?
Me and Freddie used to be in the common room just chatting. Man was just chatting to girl in the common room. Yeah, me and Freddie go a long way back, and
Yeah.
it's great. We were just young lads.
Because you know he's a
In
film
so,
producer now, right?
yeah, he's a film producer.
Yeah. So he got an
And
award for a film.
done a lot of great work. I remember me, him, and a girl called Laurel. We always used to be in the common room. We're supposed to be in the lessons. Man was just there, just dreaming about the future and what we could become. And it's not a downplay on education. I do believe education is the most important thing because education gives you options. But for us, I think we're living testimonies that you can actually dream something, write it down on a piece of paper, and make it happen. And when I see Freddie and all that he's achieved, it really brings a smile to my face. And all of us, we're all doing things and we're all coming from certain environments. So there really is no excuse. If you don't have, not everybody has the money to send their children to private schools and what have you, but dreams cost nothing. Dreams cost nothing. That's why I say dream it. Believe what you've dreamed and then go out there and grab it. You have to work hard, you have to focus, you have to put all your attention into the thing it is you say you want. It's not 20%, 30%, 50%. Put everything. Play the game as though there is no other option. And we've seen it. We've seen what can happen. And my brother from another mother. Yeah, man, we're moving. Don't let
Nah,
me get
son,
too
I ain't gonna lie to
philosophical.
you. What you
Don't let
see?
me get too philosophical because you know how this thing goes.
No. When like, so let me just say, for everyone of the Charles Gordon Golden Lion Awards 2023, and we got for Best Press and Media Outlet Excellence Award, right? So
Mm,
it's a big start, and the award was given to me by the founder of the Gleaner newspaper. You know what I mean?
mm.
So, like,
What's the name of the founder, Spence?
I've forgotten his name, Ain't gonna lie
Big
to
up
you.
Zhilei Sunderland, PSV. Thank you for the £2. Chat was get zanged. Big up Tunde and AY and Spence. Thank you for the £2. So we're gonna get into the boxing talk because
Yeah,
obviously that's the main
yeah,
thing. But
definitely. And thank you for the
TBT
£2. But
and
no, I have to big up this here simply because and Tunde's seen the videos, the amount of people that watch this show, it's ridiculous, right?
mm,
Because when they called our name in the lineup, yes,
mm.
and it said Tundi James Spencer Farrell, the fight is right. Tundi is bare gunshots in the place, bro.
Come on, love that,
You know what I
love
mean?
that.
So yeah, it was just like I said, it was just nice. It's a blessing to get awarded, but we're just gonna keep on grafting, and that's that. Simple as that.
Absolutely. You see
But
both
Tun,
of us. Yeah.
yesterday, I'm surprised that you and Yarde ain't been arrested for beating on that poor man like that.
Bro, you know what? Well, boxing is a brutal sport, and to not really, I hate talking about Anthony and myself because I just like to talk about boxing as a general. But obviously, he just fought last night. But I had to go and go over to the opponent afterwards, and I really had to thank him for having the kahunas to jump in at late notice. It's the same for both of us. We are fighting someone we didn't expect to fight, and this man took the fight on literally 2 days' notice. Flew in from Portugal with his missus, who is an Olympian. I've done my research. Well, I got my private investigator. I don't want to call her name on the thing, but she done the research. The fighter Jorge Silva, his missus is an Olympian and a professional as well. One of the most promising fighters to come out of Africa. Yeah, this time she's a serious fighter. So she was actually in the corner last night. So she actually came into the dressing room to officiate, or not officiate, to look over the hands being wrapped and everything like that. I see when she coming, I'm like, you okay? You okay? How you doing? Like, yeah. Because I see like, well, it was a job too much. And so when Ant lick up the man, broke up the man, when Ant thumped the man with the right hand, and the fight was duly ended, I went over to them. I just thanked him and I said, "Thank you for the opportunity." And listen. And he said to me, "It's your fault." The brother said, "It's my fault that Ann beat him up." I said, "Nah. Don't try to put that on me. It's not my fault. It's Andy punching you." But yeah, they were a great team, and I wish them all the best. And yeah, all the success to Jorge Silva and his wife. I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend or whatever you want to call it.
Tundi, you still haven't answered the question. How come you two never got arrested?
Bro, when I get it, bro, boxing is legalized brutality. It's the only sport where you are legally allowed to render your opponent unconscious. And this is what I always say: this sport is not a joke, fam. It's like it's not. It ain't tiddlywinks. It's a very, very serious sport. So that's Anthony out the way. Not out the way, but that's all we have to say on Anthony's victory. Well done, Anthony. We're back in it, and we will speak about, you know, what's next for Ant. But I really want to move on to this Zhang Joyce highlight.
Tundi, all right. Before what did I say to you prior to the fight?
What did I say to you?
No,
We both said to each other,
agreement.
there's no way, in our opinion, that Joe was going to win the fight. But I always said I feel the fight, and even with the Boxing King media, Raz interviewed me in the changing room because we were still in the chair because we wasn't allowed to leave because the VAR, testing, drug testing, and what have you after the fight. And Raz was speaking to me, and I said, "Listen, Joe's my man. I'm always backing Joe Joyce, but I just think stylistically, it was you even said that to me. Stylistically,
it's all wrong for him.
Based on the last performance, it's the wrong type of fight for Joe." I, in that interview, said the fight was going to end early. So it was that kind of fight. Before we go on, Spence, thank you, Sugar Ray, for the £5. He said you were very quiet in the TNT interview before and after the fight, unlike now. Well done on the win. Any future fights for Anthony, we will touch on that. The reason why I'm quiet now, because there's no need to talk. It's literally, that was the thing where a lot of haters and naysayers like to harper on about in the past. Oh, Tundi thinks it's all about him. Well, it's just silly to even think that, because I'm not the main man. I'm here to promote, manage, train, and enhance my fight. So I have to talk. When these other certain man whose name I don't want to call, when they're talking, no one ain't got nothing to say. So when I'm talking, there for some reason is an issue. I don't even want to get into that. But that's why I save my tongue for my own platform. So nobody can't twist up the narrative. No one can't put a headline which says something that I didn't say.
Come on.
And I think that's the beauty of having your own platform, Spence.
Yeah, come on. Listen, the beauty of having your own platform is because you'll get 2,000 people in attendance. You have to wheel you off when they announce the fight is right as one their award. So that's the beauty of having for real. That's it. And we was up against some strong contenders. Someone from Sky TV. We had someone from the BBC and their thing. No, bro. People have spoken. That's why.
All right, so let's get down to the nuts and bolts of Chinese. I wish I filmed it. So we come out the thing now. Sorry, we came out the stadium.
Pardon me, Tundi? Explain to me.
Sorry, we came out the stadium. All Chinese fans there, all waiting for Zhilei Zhang to come out. So me now, you know me, I'm a bubbly kind of character. So I come out now. We come out the door. All of us, we come out the door. And I went, Chinese power! And all of them Chinese, bro. Oh, Spencer, it was a sight to behold. I wish we filmed that part there. The whole of the crew, I led the way. I said, Chinese power. And all of them, Chinese power. I said, you see?
Look at the little sellout. Tundi's a sellout.
No, I should have said Nigeria power, but well, the Jollof weren't working that night there. But it was a serious sight to behold. Seeing all of. You got to remember, when you get in there, it's two combatants, but a lot of these young men are fighting culturally for something. Zhilei Zhang is aiming to become the first ever Chinese heavyweight champion.
Exactly.
There's never been a Chinese heavyweight champion.
Tundi, there's never been a Chinese heavyweight contender who has challenged for the world title.
Yeah.
Right?
And I'm telling you, the Chinese, they walk with their head low, but they were really on song last night, and they gave him powers. And he was motivated, and let's talk about the fight technically, from a technical standpoint.
Well, Tundi,
I know what you said to me before, but why Spencer, in your expert opinion?
When I was seeing for this fight, and I have to big up Spencer Oliver as well, because Spencer Oliver phoned me on the Thursday. He was like, nah, Spenny, could we call him Spenny? Could we both call Spencer like, nah, Spenny, me boy, Spenny. He goes, nah. He goes to me, but nah. But the thing is, because I like Joe so much, I don't want to say that he's going to lose, but I don't think he's going to win. And that is
Mm,
the problem that you have when you are at a point when people talk boxing and you know the person, so you think they're not going to come up. They're going to come up second best, but you don't want to say, "Oh, you're going to come up second best," because there could be some grievance or all the rest of it.
mm,
I get
mm.
that. I totally get that. But you know me, certain times I shoot with my hip too much. But I saw when we're looking at it, it wasn't. It was the fact like he's fighting a southpaw,
Yes.
right? He's fighting a southpaw, and he's doing this cross arm defense kind of thing, yeah,
Okay.
which is leaving himself open for the straight left hand, right? But it's also leaving him open to the right hook.
Mm,
So he was like, I'm not saying that Joe Joyce doesn't know what he's doing. What I do realize is that I think um, the plyometrics of his body is not actually doing what it should be doing, because you've seen him. He can do, what's that Caballero, that
yes.
Brazilian.
Yes.
He could do all of those things, jumping air, spinning around, and all the rest of it. But it doesn't seem to be transferable into his fighting style, because he fights very robotic and very stiff. Right? He's got
Yes.
that methodical way of boxing. Like I was saying, back in 1989, there was a guy called Chris Henry who was just as tough as old boots, ton. And Joe Joyce, like, is taking a leaf out of his book, and he methodically just march you down and weigh you down. After a while, that's good, but I keep on saying that water can erode rock. So you
Mm,
getting all them, and not only that, oh, that's your style. You're taking them shots in the fights, wearing down guys. So what about sparring?
mm,
So you don't think
mm,
that's going to take its toll as well? Right.
mm,
So all of these things. So then all of a sudden now, okay, well, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna try and teach an old dog new tricks, but we're not gonna teach them a new tricks over a duration of time. We're gonna teach them new tricks in the duration of time that we have to prepare for a fight. And a fight that you got stopped in the last time. And when you
mm,
get stopped and you have a loss, especially when it's your first professional loss, when you're
mm.
riding on this massive crest wave, and I ain't gonna lie to you, like, we didn't buy the hype. That hype, as far as I'm concerned, was genuine, because nobody hasn't done to Joseph Parker what he did to Joseph Parker
And Takam.
and Takam, right?
Yes.
So when I'm watching that, I'm saying this brother is no joke. But because he's trading on toughness too much, there's always,
Mm,
you're gonna get a man tougher than you, and you're also gonna get somebody who is more fluid.
yes.
And Zhang has got better fluidity than Joe Joyce. So when Joe Joyce is trying to do his, it looked mad, didn't it? And
Mm,
like, he can be timed. And he got timed. He got timed with a southpaw left hand power shot counter, and he also got timed with the right hook from the southpaw position. And those shot, and they were hurting him. He got clapped in the
mm,
second round. He was hurt. He was badly buzzed in the second round. Ton. I
mm,
watched the fight. I said, "Bugs cover." Nah,
mm.
man.
Well, first and foremost, let me say this. Boxing is the most unforgiving sport on the planet. Boxing is a sport which I love dearly, but it's a sport what sometimes I really have to sit back and say to myself, fam, you man are just liars. Because it's like less than a year ago, everybody was Joe Joyce fans.
Come on. Talk the thing.
Everybody was screaming, Juggernaut, Joe the Juggernaut, the greatest fighter, heavyweight. Man was talking about him like he's gonna bruck up AJ, he'll do Wilder and everything.
Talk the
And
thing.
in less than a year, you see these same brothers, and I'm sorry to speak like this, but you see these same people now calling for man's retirement.
Crazy. Because Joe Joyce should not
Now,
retire.
yeah, saying that he's done, he's this, he's that, and that's the part where I try so much to not focus on in boxing because it's horrible, Spence. You know, God bless his mum. After our fight, obviously, when was doing the interviews and stuff, and I went over to the mum and said, "Hi, auntie, you understand?" She said, "Oh, Tundi, you get what I'm saying?" I said, "Mommy, I'm gonna get dressed, come out there, and give Joe all my positive energy." And she said, "Oh, thank you, son. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you." And I was with Joe this morning when we was checking out of the hotel. And, Joe was looking at me and I was like, because I was coming from the car park, walking back into the hotel. And Joe was looking at me and I was like, I know he's like looking, obviously I'm going to go over to him. And I sat there and I said, "Joe, believe me, brother, I know exactly how you feel. All you do, Joe, you take time off with you and your family. When Ant lost, he went away with his family, he rejuvenated, and he came back. Don't listen to what people are saying on the outside. They're all fake, they're all negative,
Come on.
and they all like to jump on this thing when everything's running and moving high. And then as soon as you have one downfall, you are the worst thing that's ever come into boxing and everyone's calling for your retirement. What you do, Joe, you go on holiday, you take your family on holiday, you rest, you get the good sun, you get that vitamin D on you, and you come back again. All it was this, Joe. Zhilei Zhang is your bogeyman. You
Mm-hmm.
can't beat Zhilei Zhang. You can have me in the corner. Let's just, before I'm talking about next man, you can have me in the corner. You can have, or if it was me, there's a good possibility of one, but he could have Emmanuel Stewart in the corner, Angelo Dundee. In boxing, every fighter has a bogeyman. If you take on the challenge when it's there, Joe Joyce did not need to fight Zhilei Zhang in the first place.
Ton, the amazing thing. Do you remember when I did the one on one with John Fury? And Mary said,
Yeah, yeah.
Who would have picked him? Zhilei Zhang? Who would have picked him? Why'd you pick him?"
bro, this man, Zhilei Zhang, not only has he got speed, not only has he got power, the guy has IQ, Spencer.
Ton, he's very clever,
The guy is very clever. And
Very clever.
he's got a spot. I was messaging his trainer, Sean George, to come on the on the thing today, but he didn't get back to me, obviously I know why, but let me see. Oh wow, hold on. No, he hasn't got back to me. But Zhilei Zhang is near enough a complete fighter. And if you look at it on a rules, he's still actually undefeated. Because
Tundi,
in
of course he's
my
undefeated.
opinion, in your opinion, and many
Come on.
opinion, he beat Hergovich. So if you're the interim, remember when people talk about there's no belt on the line, what are you talking about? It's an interim title. That means if the guy who's got to fight you next don't fight, you're the
You're
world
world
champion.
champion. Yeah.
So in reality, Joe had the world title in his hands. Now, for whatever reason, his management, because it's not Joe. I'm just going to keep it real. Before I go further, thank you, Drew Alexander, for the 35 ZAR. Was Joyce's game plan to get through the first 5 or 6 rounds until Zhang began to fatigue and then take over? Was the very quick turnaround to the eye injury a problem? Again, 2 points that we will
Very valid.
address.
Because you saw Zhang say the eye. Well, maybe you never,
Yeah,
because you was doing your interviews as well, right?
yeah.
But
And I saw that at the
yeah,
weigh-in.
Zhang was
Yeah.
going on about the eye, and Joe like kind of rubbished it like, oh, he's gonna come for my eye, ooh, right? But that guy had a game plan, right?
Yeah.
And it was really properly administered. He had a very, very good game plan. And not only that, it's like my heart goes out to Shane Watson. I've known Shane a long time since he's been a little kid. He works for the Juggernaut. But when the loss happened, these guys are young in Boxington. I'm going to tell you now, right? And they're working off of emotions. Well, we just lost to him, and like, yeah, don't worry, we'll come back and we'll beat him. We've got the rematch. We're gonna come in. Nah, hold up a second, nah. People can say whatever they want to say about John Fury in those boxing, you know, right? John Fury said to me, "Why are you taking a rematch? This is heavyweight boxing. All it takes is for one man to slip up, you're back in." Yeah, he should have taken that rematch. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real, he shouldn't, because that man was his bogeyman. And what made it worse is like Zhilei Zhang had more confidence in this
yeah,
fight than the
and
first fight.
and, 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 and that's what I wanted to ask Sean, because I wanted to ask him why they were so confident. And I've, not only remember they said Zhang had, I think, 4 weeks at the gym, and he's been training since. So
Mm.
I didn't click onto the video, but according to Derek Chisora, he said Joe never trained for this fight. Like, he's saying man had belly and everything. So I don't know how true that is. I didn't ask Joe because it's not appropriate for me to ask
Nah,
him when I
especially
saw
after a defeat, you ain't gonna ask him that.
this morning. He did say he's going away for 2 weeks and then he's gonna come back on the show. So listen, he seems to have accepted the defeat from what I gauged from him this morning. But listen, it's the day after the fight, and there has to be
It was a
some.
Tundi. It was a bad defeat, though.
It was a bad defeat. It was a manner of the
It
defeat.
was a
But
bad defeat.
again, I don't even know how Joe got up. I don't even know how Joe
Yeah,
got up from that, because
yeah.
he looked out. Yeah, and he stood, he got up on his feet. And listen, is Joe, people talking about, like, again, people are so hypocritical in this thing here. Because I'm here, man, oh, Yard's opponent was 40 years old. Hold on. How old is Zhilei Zhang?
41, huh? He's 41.
Zhilei Zhang is 40 years old. Let me tell you something. Good diet. You're not bunning weed and drinking Heineken every night. Fam, man, sorry, stop saying fam to me. This is ridiculous. Yeah, listen, athletes are aging and lasting for much longer nowadays. Zhilei Zhang had the speed of a 20-year-old last night.
Totally. His hands was
So
rapid.
it's not age, it's how you maintain your body. And what I noticed, because I said it on the interview in Queensbury a few days before, or the day before the fight, that I'm going to be honest, Jollof Joe's my man. I'm always going to back him under all circumstances. But I did watch the documentary on Zhang, and his team was solid, Spence. His team is solid. Spencer's probably speaking to someone. I know he had Lennox on the line before that. But Zhilei Zhang's team, they had the Lanes brothers, who are their managers and advisors, from what I understand, or advisors. They are the children of the great Mills Lane, the legendary referee. Spencer, I'm talking about the Lanes brothers.
I've listened to
Yeah,
you. I just knew
yeah.
it because
And
someone just told me.
then, so you got the Lanes brothers them in your corner, yeah? Then
Mm-hmm.
we know Zhang's own experience. And did you know that his trainer, Sean George, is married to Lou Duva's daughter?
I didn't know that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I didn't know that.
He's either married or he's seeing. But what I'm saying
Right.
is that is that team is
That's a
solid.
boxing. That is boxing.
That's
And
boxing.
you're forgetting that Sean George, he used to box. He's a good fighter, man.
Good fighter.
Right? You know,
He was
so
training Meng. I don't know if he still is, but that Meng, the other Chinese
yeah, exactly.
light heavyweight contender, it's a good solid team. And you got to remember, it's not a team that have left Zhang. They've been with him from the start.
Yeah.
Him coming to
Yeah.
America, and it was just the wrong fight for Joe. And Zhang not only is a spiritual man, but he's a spiteful assassin,
Brother, ton. He's a good fighter. You
a
know what I
good
mean?
fighter.
He's a
So,
good fighter.
where do you put Zhang now in the top 10 of the heavyweights,
In the
Spence?
top 10, he's up there, ton. Right? Because he just repeated. And you got to give, listen, before he fought Joe Joyce, a lot of people had Joe Joyce number 3 heavyweight in the world, the third best heavyweight in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Right? A lot of people had Joe Joyce number 3 or maybe number 4, right?
Yes.
As heavyweight in the world. So Zhang is up in the top. That Zhang's properly cemented his place there, right?
Mm.
And I don't even want to say, oh, well, this guy will beat him and that guy will beat him. He has cemented his place. And even more so, why I like Zhang is when things go against you, like what happened to him against Hergovich. He didn't bitch and moan about it. They offered him the Joe Joyce fight, and Joe Joyce was coming in like some George Foreman business. And
Mm,
we smashed him, man. And he said, that's cool. I'm going to take it. And you know what I like? I like when people endear themselves to who they are culturally. I like that,
mm,
right?
mm.
And Zhilei Zhang, when he was saying Chinese power, right?
Yeah.
Right? Even though it's with a glint, but how many, you said there was a massive cacophony
Big
of Chinese people at
Chinese,
the
yeah.
fight. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? After I clicked to the wall, I went down to Chinatown and it was like, I saw tumbleweeds because it's empty. Right. So I'm trying to say to you, because it's all at the bloody fight to. So I'm saying to you, like, there is a power in that, but it's not only that, but it's also that to learning. Because when he's fighting, there's not many fighters that I see fighting. I can actually see their game plan, but
Mm.
I can see their game plan's not forced. When he fights, he doesn't fight overexerting himself, so the work
You
isn't
know, he's
forced.
very conservative. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I
he's very
noticed that.
conservative, but he's very fluid. I like his fluidity. How he puts his shots out to, and he does this kind of like from like sometimes he will jab, but he does this arcing like he kind of like a semi hook
Yeah.
jab that he throws at you. And I see him when he clapped Joe, he clapped Joe with a straight left hand, Ton.
Straight left hand.
That
And you know what? It's good to see a
that stunned
southpaw.
him.
It's good to see a southpaw throwing a right hook after the straight left. And he was
You know
throwing
what?
it. And, eventually it was the right hook that folded Joe. We have so much questions, and so much people are commenting in the comment section about this whole Joe Joyce Zhang saga, and we definitely are coming back to that because it's such a hot topic right now. But what also is a hot topic, and what also, in my opinion, ranks as definitely in the top three robberies of this year. Top
Bruv.
three, like a man just roll into the bank, no balaclava, shooter in his hand. Sorry, I'm showing you where man comes from. Shooter in his hand, and just said, "Give me the money." Gone
Do you
with the
remember
money. And they're off. They're
when
off.
Frank Maloney
Ladies
used to say, look, at least Dick Turpin used to wear a mask.
yeah, no, Dean Bow used to say that to me as well. I know Dean, yeah, at least Dick Turpin used to wear a mask. This is a straight robbery. Ladies and gentlemen, and those of us who know about the sport of boxing and follow the sport of boxing, you would all know that last night in the United States of America, a young lady named Sandy Ryan challenge. I don't even want to remember the other girl's name. What's the other girl's name?
McCaskill.
Try. I don't be busy about the
McCaskill.
other girl. What's the girl's name, Spence?
McCaskill, Tunde.
The Casco. Bro, I'm only busy about Sandy and my brethren. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you the one, the only, the trainer of Sandy Ryan, Mr. Clifton Mitchell.
How you doing? Please.
Bro, sort out the Wi-Fi. Don't be coming with them little Tesco's Wi-Fi around
No,
here.
no, 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 no. I'm in the hotel, aren't I? At the minute, I'm still in the hotel. Thank you for having me
You're
on
a
the
rich
show.
man.
Yeah, for your
You're a
sport.
rich man. Rich man has to have a rich Wi-Fi.
mate,
How you doing,
I'm off
Clifton?
the hotel. I'm good, good, good. Thanks for having me on your show, and
Yeah,
congratulations on your award. Much, much well deserved. Well
Thank you
deserved.
very much. Thank you
Because
very
you're
much,
doing
thank you
Cliff.
your
very
thing.
much.
Yeah, you're doing your thing, and you're not asking for
Thank you
no
very much.
begging. You're not begging nobody for nothing. You're just doing your thing.
Come on.
Thank you
Bless.
very much, Cliff. Listen, I know. Listen, you know, I don't know how you're feeling this morning, and I saw a piece, I saw a little post that Sandy herself done, and the poor girl, not poor, the rich girl is devastated. I can only, she seems very devastated to me. Just explain to me what happened last night, where you're at in terms of your thinking, and what next for Sandy and yourself.
Uh, as you know, Tunde, I've been away. I was in Portugal for 3 weeks. Then I went to America for 4 weeks. I've been in America 4 weeks now, away from my kids, my wife, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, and to put that sacrifice out there, and then
Yes.
her to do what she did, on where nobody really thought she was going to do what she did, how she did it, and then to get robbed. The only thing, like you said, the only thing that we can take away from that is she still came back with her belt. But
Yes.
apart from that, it was a travesty, and people need to be accounted for when they give decisions like this.
Yes.
As a trainer, I'm happy with her performance, really happy. So I can take that out of it. That's the only thing I can take out of it. The way that she handled herself in the draw, how she spoke, and she told everybody to calm down, nobody not to kick off. I mean, you've got to give her praise. At the minute, I think she'll really realise when she watches it back, because nobody's really watched it back yet. Understand? We haven't even watched it back. So when
Yes.
she watches it back, you might see a different Sunday come out. But we went through, and she trained diligently. We was up in the gym training with Coach K, that trains with Michaela Mayer, helps her out sometimes. Was in that gym. Was with Asim Rackman and
Yes.
Kenny Adams.
Kenny Adams.
Okay.
The American coach. So
Yes.
was up in that gym. Big shout out to the gym up there in Vegas. But as I would say, it's very hard to take, because they've robbed her of being the first woman to become a lineal champion after 8 fights. They've robbed her of that, And we weren't looking at we wasn't looking at we just wanted to win the fight. Understand? And she stuck to their game plan. I haven't seen one report that gives it to McCaskill. Not one. And Karen, what are you going to say?
No, that's because I was saying I see Clarissa Shields, Elisa Bungana, 8-2. Everyone's saying 8-2, like not even close. So it seems unanimous across the board in terms of her winning that.
But I think if you watch the fight, you'll see that for me, she's one of the best in the world by far. I've had this girl since she's 13, just like Tunde with Anthony. We have these kids. We don't get given fighters. We build fighters from the ground
Yes,
up.
sir.
You know what I mean? We're manufacturers. You know what I'm saying? We're not people that get already built cars and polish them. Understand? We build them, so we know how they work. Understand?
Yes.
We know how to make them tick. And like I said, me as a trainer, and I'm a father figure to her. Understand? So
I see that.
and she was very, very. I'm so happy that this woman's matured in the way that she matured. I like the loss with her with Farias. It wasn't a loss; it was a lesson. She's never been back, and she's never been back there again. Regarding the way that she trains now, how diligent. She's the one that wanted to go to America. Understand? Like I said, to spend that much time away from your family and to get that, I was just numb. To be fair, just numb with the decision. But the good thing about it is, she'd come back with a belt. I spoke to the WBC, WBO, and they are putting a report in, and they're gonna try and demand the rematch. Understand?
What I would like to know, what's Eddie's take on this? I mean, obviously you must have spoken to
He couldn't believe it. He was in the ring. He was sending me. He says it might be 6-4, but he thinks he was more 7-3, 8-2. But
yes,
when the first score, I've seen, the scorecards are out and I've seen them, and not one judge judged it the same. That's how.
I know, but Cliff, the judge that Mark Strand, whatever his name is, he gave it like 97, 93. So he gave McCaskill 7 rounds. Where can you find 7 rounds? If he said, all right, then I give her 3 rounds, top, I'll say, right. Even if he said I give her 4 rounds, I'm saying, nah, you are really taking the biscuit. You're trying to rob the girl. But to give her 7 rounds, he even gave her the last round. You know what I mean?
I mean, this seems to be like a trend, Cliff. What I mean, in your opinion, what do you think can be done about this?
But sorry,
what can be? I said, I mean, this seems to be a growing trend with these judges
I
Perhaps
think
anything
you know
actually be
what.
done with this?
I was in the change rooms. Yeah, the referee came in. Yeah, and I said to the referee before the fight. Forget the judges for a second. I said to the referee before the fight. I said to him, "Can you watch what she's doing with her head? I think she's going to need three gloves here, one for each hand, one for her head, because she used her headlock and she ducks her head that low.
Yeah.
It's illegal. It's illegal what she's doing." And I went to the referee halfway through the round. I went, "Mate, ref, tell her to keep her head up." And then I had the supervisor come round to the corner to me, telling me, "Yeah, if I speak to the referee again, he's throwing me out the corner." Understand? So
Mm.
I really wanted to tell him about himself, but I'm in a different country, so sometimes you have to know which
Yeah,
battles to fight.
Kiba, Kiba.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Smile and
So
nod.
yeah. It's my land, nod, yeah. But I said the judging. How can you justify them scores? How can you justify them? And not
You
one of the
can't.
judges got it right. Apart from even a 6-4, but you can have it. Understand? At least he got the right decision. Understand? But what can you do? What can you do? Apart from, but I did speak to the WBC, the supervisor, and he has put a report. He says they have judges around the country, around the world that will judge that fight and send their reports in and see what
Okay.
he says. But you will. He says if you put that report in, you will get the rematch. That's what he said. But like I said, you know what people
Okay.
say when I've had some lager, I want to say in real life.
Yeah,
Another thing.
for sure. Because there wasn't a rematch clause. I mean, that's something to think about, isn't it? Like in
But
title.
I will tell you this that they Matchroom have her for one more fight, so she's not getting away with it.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
but
So
this is the point I'm gonna make, Clifton. You say Matchroom have one more fight, but I heard today. I can't say through the grapevine because there's no grapevine again because Twitter and social media is not a grapevine. It's their information for everyone. But I heard them speak about a possibility of a Tasha Jonas fight. And if that's the case, if that is the case, you can see her swerving Sandy for a bigger money fight.
I think I don't think that they Matchroom have her contracted.
Okay.
Matchroom have
Okay.
her contract. They had two more fights with her, win, lose or draw. She had another fight with Matchroom. So I definitely know that's true because I spoke to Eddie about it, and they have her for one more fight.
You,
And
I,
she's got to come over here.
you're not
She's got to come to England.
Sandy's manager, are you? Are you Sandy's manager as well?
No. The guy I just spoke to, no, I'm not his manager. I'm not a manager, I'm a trainer.
Okay.
Sometimes it's
No,
better
because I
not
was
to
just
manage certain
saying.
fighters.
I'm just saying maybe but yeah, I was saying maybe that's something to look at. That in
Yeah,
title challenges, I guess obviously the A side is always the A side, but in the outcome of a draw, there should be a rematch. That's
yeah. Well,
something to look at.
Rick Ramos, they always say, you know the score in it. Every time in the ring, yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do it
I know
again.
what I'm
We'll
going
do it
anyway.
again. We'll
So
do it again. We'll do it again.
let,
And
let,
but it
let's
never
just
happened.
hope Sandy does get the rematch because I think the public want it, the public deserve it.
Yeah.
Um, so many people can't be wrong. You know, from the
No,
boxing world, from just normal fans, everyone is in agreement that Sandy was victorious last night.
there was two referees at ringside, yeah, and they were sitting right where my corner was. I'm in the ring, and after the fight, you look around as we do as trainers, yeah, and we look at officials, the ones that you probably get along with, and you say,
Oh, okay,
and
yeah,
I've said to him, and he's nodded his head my way, you know what I'm saying to you? So I went, cool. So I think yeah, cool. But even when you think you've won, you're not sure till the hand's been raised, you know. But
mm,
I really was. I was more happy with. I was really happy with her performance, and that's the first thing. And I was happy the way she conducted herself after that decision, which didn't. You can say it didn't go our way, but it should have.
yes. Well, listen, I mean, I was so proud to see you up there, bro. I was on a bleaching thing last night because we just done beat up a boy. Then I'm there watching my
Sure.
brother.
Happy for you. Congratulations.
I'm there watching my brother, you know, in the corner for undisputed Lino. It was great for me to see you up there, you know, and the victory was kind of like snatched from us last night, but it's not over. We still got our belt. So Sandy's
Exactly.
still got the belt,
Mm.
and we go again.
And like I was saying to you earlier, at least you got an at least.
Yeah,
Because
like your daddy said. Like your
you,
daddy said.
yeah,
At
like
least
my
that
dad used to say, at least you got an at least because you could have got robbed,
Yeah,
because
for real.
you could have got robbed. It could have
one
like
point the other way. 1
I'm
point.
telling you,
Do
you
you
could
know
have got
What's
that
that?
robbed.
they gave McCaskill the last 2 rounds?
That's
I
ridiculous.
don't know. Unbelievable.
That is ridiculous. But
But like I said,
and this
you're
is
over
the
it.
thing. And like Boris Gardner said, "Welcome to America."
Yeah, I saw
That
that
says
tweet.
it,
Yeah.
innit?
I saw that
Yeah.
tweet.
Um,
Mm,
so,
mm.
so for me, I'm just happy. I mean, she's. I think it's really hitting her now. She don't want to speak to Naomi. She's not doing no interview. She's done a little one. She's gone out. She said, "I'm going to go out. I'm going to go and eat a chicken burger," because she's not at no.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean,
bro.
honestly, she really, really went to town on this with her training. Honestly,
Mm,
when I say put the work in, put it in.
Yes.
She put the work in, and it's hard, especially when. And I don't blame McCaskill. I don't blame her team. You know what I mean? You got to blame the organisation and them governing bodies that appointing these judges that don't know what they're looking at. Understand?
mm,
If they got,
Yeah.
and I think they have to be accounted. They need to be sitting down and saying, "How do you score this? How do you score it? How did you
Do you
score it
think?
round by round?" And say to them, "Right then," and they should get struck off. They shouldn't be able to judge.
Do you think there should be kind of like an age limit? Like in amateur boxing.
Yeah, maybe.
Like in
Yeah,
amateur boxing, if you're over a certain age, you can't box no more, fam. So I'm like,
exactly. But
some of these judges. What judge was it that the fight was going on, and the man his eyes was in the mobile phone screen while the fight was
that
going,
was
and it was
that
over
was
here.
what's his name? O'Connor, not O'Connor. What's his name?
Yeah, it was
The
Terry
big fat,
O'Connor.
the big Terry O'Connor. There you go.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
Terry.
He said I wasn't on my phone.
He was. He was on Uber Eats. He was on Uber Eats, bro.
So the point is, I'm saying that there should be like an age limit. Like you can't be having no 75-year-old man judging fights.
It's like the amateur.
No.
With the amateur.
You
Amateur
can't say
judges
that.
when
You
they
can't.
walk in there and they take
I
disrespect and all
disagree with
that.
that.
No, but I feel so because I just listen. I don't feel listen. It's
It's like a
life,
driving
innit? It's like
license, isn't it? You can't drive after a certain age.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
exactly. So
Or you gotta
why
go
can't the
take
same?
your test, innit?
Yeah,
You
why
gotta
can't
retake
take
your
the
test.
test again? Why can't the same principle be applied to judging? Because it's like I mean, there's a saying, the young are for the war and the old are for counsel. It's like, why can't we have that principle where you get to a certain age of judging and then you become more like teaching the younger ones what to look for, what to
Yeah.
officiate, what to see, what not to judge. You see what I'm saying? It's like you can't be just having man in boxing, just because they're old. That means they're gonna give the right decision. Nah,
No,
I don't.
no,
There's got
because
to be
that's
Well,
something.
not.
obviously it was proven.
Most of them will get bored at ringside anyway. They're not even watching the fight. Some of them will watch it. They're not even watching the fight. Understand?
Yeah, you know
Yeah,
what? That is very true because I've witnessed that on many a
yeah.
time. Yeah, I've witnessed that many a times. That
Can I just go back to the Zhang thing? What's there?
yeah,
Yeah, good.
As an ex heavyweight, yeah. I was in Vegas in Salas's gym with Salas
Oh wow.
before the fight, before he came to England, yeah. And I asked him about Joe and the fight. I says, "How do you think he gets on?" He says, "Yeah, I feel he can win." He says, "But sometimes some guys you just can't beat." You know what I mean?
Oh, the trainer said that.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
trainer said that.
And yeah, and that, yeah. I'll say, yeah, 1,000,000%. He didn't say he didn't say that Joe couldn't beat him. He just said that sometimes the guy's better than you. You know what I
Tony
mean?
was saying the same thing earlier. But what I'm trying to say, if I'm fighting, if I've employed him as my trainer, you're getting sacked to me because meanwhile you're them that out there. But there's some guys you can't beat, bro. We're going to win.
Yeah,
You
and
know what? How do you think Joe Joyce can come back from this? Because it's like people seem to forget Clifton Mitchell fought for the European Heavyweight Championship. You know what I mean? He fought for the
yeah,
British as well.
but you know what? I think Joe needs. I don't think he needs to be going to America every time he
Come
has a
on,
camp. Yeah,
come
I
on.
don't think. I think for a man that's that agile, like you said earlier on in the show, yeah, a
Yeah,
man that's
yeah.
that agile, he boxes like you couldn't. If you've seen him do that, yeah, when he does that
Caballero
Brazil,
business.
yeah, and then he boxes completely different. So,
Yes,
and why has he got his left hand down? He was wide open for that right hook all the way through.
I
He should
know,
have just kept both his hands up and
yes,
probably just
mate.
walk him down and just try and walk him down because he's never gonna outbox this kid. The kid's too loose, too fluent, and the kid is a silver medalist. He's got ratings. He's got the pedigree.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? You're not talking about somebody that doesn't know what they're doing. Listen, he's not a Joseph Parker. Understand?
no,
And he is a problem for every heavyweight, from what I see. Like I see when he boxed Ergovic, he beat Ergovic. He
Of
just
course he
hated
did.
it. You know that man who smoking. That man used to smoke 40 cigarettes a day.
Who?
Zhang.
yeah,
And he
yeah.
decided,
You see the documentary, yeah?
yeah, listen, and then
When he
decided
came,
to come back.
yeah, I saw it. It was very
He's a
interesting.
bad man. What has he stopped smoking now?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. He's a
don't
clean
run.
liver now.
But
Yeah,
Tundi, I can
but
tell you something. Last night he was smoking, bro. Trust me.
and it wasn't
Yeah,
weed.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a weed. It was high grade.
But you know what? All in all, Joe is, like I said, people like to big you up and chop you down within a sentence. And like you said, Tundi, you know, do you? Don't do what anybody else. Just do yourself, and don't worry about what anybody else thinks. If you feel that you've still got something left, you do
Yes,
this. And like you,
yes.
and to be fair, you've covered a few points that I massively agree with. Um, that ginger boy that is his
Shane Watson.
yeah,
Shane
Shane
Watson.
Watson. He ain't got a clue about boxing. He's not got a clue. I'll tell you that now. Yeah, he's not got a clue. Understand? Even Adam's a solicitor. Yeah, he's not a boxing man. He man stick to contracts. Understand? I'm telling
Yeah.
you straight. I'm keeping it real. Stick to contracts. And Sam Jones is a better judge of a boxer than that Shane Watson. Shane Watson, I don't know what he's doing. I'm not saying that because I have any personal gripe against him, because I don't. But he don't know boxing. Understand?
Mm.
He's been in the game 2 minutes, yeah. He used to be a boss boy for them, and now he's moved up because Sam's moved. But
Mm.
I'm just keeping it real. But
Mm,
I'm not
mm.
here slagging nobody off.
No,
I'm
no,
not.
no.
I'm just. I'm
Shane's
not.
good people, you know. Shane's good people. But you're
Shane
still young
Shane
in this
don't know
thing.
boxing. He
Yeah.
doesn't know. Yeah, he's young, and
You're young.
you put him on a platform with somebody that's virtually hanging on the world title. I don't think it was a good fight for him to take in the first place. Like you said, if you look at his style, look at Zhang is the wrong man for him, and you can't say he doesn't know about southpaw. This man's boxed southpaws up and down all through his amateur careers. You can't tell me he's not boxed southpaw.
Mm.
This Zhang is a different style of southpaw. He's fluid. Is
Telling you.
relaxed. He's got black rhythm. If you know what I mean.
Mm.
You know what I mean? He's not boxing like a Chinese man. Understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And that's not being racist either. I'm just saying to you, he's just smooth. He's smooth. And he tees the shots fast. Pa, pa,
Would you say
pa, pa.
would you say that because listen, fighters don't historically go to Cambridge University or Oxford University or Harvard. Fighters historically leave the decision making up to their management. So would you
This is
say
what I'm
that?
saying. That's what I'm
So
trying to
would you?
say.
Yes. So would you say in this case it's a management
I don't
problem?
think that. I think Frank Warren made a massive mistake by even
Frank?
using him. He didn't. Yeah,
Wait,
he
wait.
shouldn't have.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
So this is what, because I read, and I want to go back to these comments here because I'm not here. You know me. I'm a very neutral person, but
Yeah.
I feel that I think right. A promoter, forgive me if I'm wrong, but is not a promoter's objective, the fundamental point and reasoning behind a promoter is to promote and make the most money.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that what their job is? Then isn't the manager's
Yes.
job isn't it the manager's job
Say
to
yes.
say yes or no? You can't
Exactly.
blame Frank
But I think-
Warren. You can't blame, because I hear people. You
I'm
can't
not
blame
blaming
Frank
him.
Warren. No. But I'm not you. But I'm reading certain comments, so that's why I'm touching it.
Yeah.
You can't always say it's the promoter. You can't blame the promoter, because the promoter, and again, I'm not defending no one, but the promoter is there to promote. The managerial part of this whole equation is to guide, protect, make the right decisions for your fighter.
Yeah.
Right? It's not the promoter. The promoter's
He
here to
can-
make peace.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying to you, right? He's sitting in a very, very good position, yeah? And Frank
Yes.
is not a person that likes to... He got him in that position. I can't see why he would
Jeopardize it.
jeopardize that position. So
Why not?
he shouldn't have been on the table, because he's
Oh, let
sitting
me tell
pretty
you why.
waiting. Yeah,
But let me tell you why, Cliff. Sorry to cut you. Because Frank now has
Contractual agreements with Zhang.
fights.
Yeah.
he's got loads of... Yeah, I understand that. That's what I mean. He's got Dubois, he's got Tyson, he's got Joyce.
So it's not rocket science. It's down to the management.
Well,
Million
Tony,
percent.
I'm telling you this now. Zhang fights Tyson Fury in the new year for the heavyweight championship of the world will generate more money than Tyson Fury versus Usyk, because there is
The Chinese.
1
China.
billion Chinese right over Sa. You got to think about it. 1 billion. If he's fighting for that,
business.
remember, he's gonna be the first Chinese man ever to fight for the world heavyweight championship. You know,
It's business.
brother.
From what I
that's
heard,
gone.
Has he got him on contract?
Frank Warren.
Frank said it last night. I mean, I'm not saying nothing that's not public knowledge. Frank said it last night. You know, we've got Zhang's next fights.
Right.
All right, then that's why he gave.
So I said it at the top of the show. I'm
That's
like,
why he gave. He's on a win-win situation. Now he goes back. Now he goes back to the management.
yeah.
Right, gotcha.
So I'm like, hold on. Why's Frank getting the stick in this situation?
No, he doesn't.
I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
He should have.
Businessman.
Cliff,
He's a businessman.
because the management, if you was in Joe Joyce's position, you are the interim champion. Yeah, you know that if the next fight in line refuse to fight you, you're the world champion. Are you gonna take some dangerous brother from down the road that nobody wants to fight?
This is why I'm saying that his management, that when they have Sheehan and Adam, yeah,
Adam.
not the cleverest. They might have book sense, they might have street sense, but they would never have taught that.
That's not the fight. That's not the fight. And you know, listen, I feel it
So
for
you gotta
Joe,
blame-
because Joe is a warrior. Joe is gonna
He'll fight
fight.
anybody.
Joe is gonna fight. Joe is gonna fight. And
That's
you know,
job.
listen,
As fighters, our fighters is to fight.
exactly.
It's your management that's supposed to be looking after you. That's why he's your manager.
Yeah, and again, the fighter has a right to say no as well. You get what I'm saying? The fighter can say no.
Yeah, but I agree with that. But you know what? Joe isn't that type of guy to turn down no one. He'll fight anyone. Because remember, early on, you know, he was fighting good men early on. His first pro fight, Ian Lewison.
Ian Lewison was his first fight.
First pro fight. Come on, man.
That's mad.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, if you listen, I know fighters that will sit there and wait. Once people get themselves in position, there's not fighting nobody until they get their shot.
Trust me.
You have to sit and wait it out.
The guy is the master of that.
And I can't see. I can't see. Sorry, Cliff. We lost Cliff there for a second.
Hold on 1 second. I know what.
You still there, Cliff?
Yeah, man.
His wife is cool.
I can't see too many people jumping up to fight Zhang now. You know, Zhang now may be the one who has to play the waiting game and just wait for his mandatory to be called. And I guess if they may just get him a run out. But you can't see Zhang fighting a top contender for nothing, other than the money, because he's the man now.
He will sit now and wait. He will sit and wait. If he's going to sit and wait, you don't have to do nothing.
Or just dig up some bodies for him to fight. Some little idiot, man.
Or maybe there's a
I'll
mega
tell you what.
fight.
A mega fight with who?
Maybe there's a mega fight with Anthony Joshua in China.
I don't think.
Yeah, that's what I'll be looking. I'm looking at
Yeah.
some of that AJ money, bro.
Yeah, but that fight won't happen. That fight won't happen.
Why? If AJ and
I'm gonna
Wilder
tell you
ain't
why.
fighting, wait, Spencer, think about it. The AJ and Wilder fight is not going on.
Mm-hmm.
That fight ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
They can't negotiate it.
Right.
So who next? Who's the next big money fight?
Right.
You ain't fighting Tyson Fury.
Zhang and Wilder.
Zhang and Wilder is a good fight, but I don't believe that generates the type of money of Zhang and Anthony Joshua
Right.
in China.
Anton,
Yeah.
I'm telling you this now, yeah? Frank Warren will never give no anti-Joshua or Chinese money if he's got anything to do with Zhang.
I don't believe that.
All right?
I don't believe that.
Remember, I'm telling you this now. The person who's going to get that Chinese money is going to be Tyson Fury. He's going to keep it all in-house.
Yes.
All right, cool. But
Right?
I've said it. We keep receipts.
See,
on
all
this,
we can do is sit down with bated breath.
The only way he wants to do that because he wants to see. He'd love Anthony Joshua to get beat on one of his cards.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. You see, this is where I always step out.
Now,
that
you
part.
have to step aside. You have to step
I don't
aside.
know. I'm not in no mix-up.
Because him and Frankie Blue are like bench and batty. So, you
No,
know.
I'm not in no mix-up. But what I'm saying is that I do believe I do believe Frank would make Anthony Joshua versus Zhilei Zhang because it's a mega event.
Of course he does, because he knows what Anthony brings to the table.
Yeah.
It's a mega event. I don't think Frank would stop that. I don't.
Yeah,
think
but
Frank
Eddie Hearn would.
Because Eddie ain't having that. Eddie ain't gonna give
Eddie ain't gonna have that. Eddie will block that.
No, you man.
I'm not even arguing.
No.
Eddie Hearn would block that.
I believe Eddie Hearn will look at Zhang versus AJ. Listen, man, this is money. You man are gonna this is money.
Hey, them man have money, you know.
All right then.
Them man have money.
Listen,
man.
yeah, but
They've got money. They've got serious paper. So.
Money is numbers. No one will ever be satisfied.
All right.
Nobody will ever be satisfied. Money is there to make more money.
But I
more
think
money.
they could if they have 3 fights, they can make that money. So as have they got 3 fights in them? I think Zhang is the hot property at the minute. Yeah, everybody wants to stay away from him. I think right now.
All right. Well, it's another talk. I'm sure that all promoters are happy right now that us three are having this conversation.
Yep. Definitely. We have to thank Clifton Mitchell, the trainer of who is meant to be the undisputed welterweight champion of the world in Sandy Ryan, but she's still the WBO champion, right? So massive big up for Clifton, because I know like you're jumping on a plane in a minute. Tell Sandy not to eat too many burgers while she's out in America.
Yeah, she's good. Listen, thanks a lot for having me on the show. And you know,
man, respect, Cliff.
Is right.
Oh, Clifton, before you go,
right.
Before you go, Clifton, I just want your opinion on like next month we've got a big light heavyweight fight between Dan Aziz and Joshua Buatsi. I just want to hear your take on that.
That's a lot of closer fight than people are going to give it credit. Everybody thinks that Buatsi's going to walk it, but not a chance. I think they've sparred together. They've done loads of rounds together, so they know each other, and that's the reason why Dan's probably took it, because he feels that it's a 50-50 fight, and on paper, how can I say? If you're looking at it on each of their records, you'd go for Buatsi, yeah. And I'm going to go for Buatsi on points.
Okay.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm not saying that's what's come into my head. Understand?
Spence, you're forgetting one major fight that you haven't asked for Clifton's opinion. That is the mega fight next week, Saturday in Las Vegas, undisputed versus undisputed. Canelo Alvarez versus Jamel Charlo. What is your prediction on
you know what?
That fight?
My apologies, son.
I think I'm gonna go with
Yeah, me too. You know, for some reason,
I'm gonna go with Charlo because I feel you know, you've got people like Canelo, you've got Katie Taylor, people like that are on that dip.
Yes,
They're
yes,
on the way down. They're not on the way. They're not climbing anymore. And I don't
yes.
think he's plateaued. I think he's on the other side of it now. And you've got
Mm,
a kid that's coming up, moving up weight.
mm.
That's listen. If Canelo clips him, it could be kittens. But I'm
Yeah,
just
good
gonna go
night.
with the underdog for this. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna go with the underdog.
interesting opinion, and one shared by many. Clifton Mitchell, it's been fantastic having you again,
Big up,
brother.
Cliff.
Thank you,
Enough
thank
love,
you, thank you, thank you.
always,
Cheers.
always,
Bye
And
bye.
always. Take care,
Clifton,
brother.
Good
stay
night.
off the bacon
Shut
butties.
yo. Hey, it's
You little bacon dread.
turkey bacon. Turkey bacon.
Turkey bacon, yeah. You let them know it's turkey bacon we're eating around
Turkey
here.
bacon. Yeah. Bless up.
Cool. Love,
Bless
Love
up.
love,
it.
love,
Love.
love,
Thank you
love.
very much, Clifton Mitchell. Mr. Clifton Mitchell, what a great guy. Giving his time
Yeah.
out. You know what?
I got a text. Someone says I don't even want to really give it energy, but the person texts me about what about Nyron's comments. Yard needs to stop fighting bin men. Bro, have a fight yourself. Have a fight. Because again, like last week, I mean the guy's last fight was against Kieran Conry, a very capable fighter. He went the distance with Kieran Conry. I just think that people think that boxing is just, put him in there with a good fight. But this is these are fighters' health. Like it's about like you lot are saying people should fight these people, and then when they fight them, you tell them to retire. That's what you lot all done to.
Stop for a second. Stop for a second, yeah? I
I'm
don't
not.
see
I'm just
why.
saying this. No, wait, Spence. I'm just saying this before I block his ass.
All right, well,
So I just want him to hear what I'm saying before I block him. But
no, I
so
don't think
everyone
you
can
should block.
hear.
No. I don't think you should block him because
Why?
he's not because he's not. Well, he's not taking a Mickey in what he's saying.
I'm in a charitable mood today.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
he's
listen.
airing his opinion, and I'm glad that you've answered the young man. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is what I'm saying
Anyway,
is
so
this is
let's move on.
Boxington. You
Yes.
can't please everybody. You've heard the story about the man with the donkey and his son. You know what I mean? So forget that one. It doesn't matter. No matter what you do, no one's
Yeah.
on
But
you.
anyway,
I don't care.
let's
Move on.
move on. But but
Right?
people are telling me they're being fresh. But that's because of the connection. But it's all right. But as
That's cool.
Spence said, it's
I
boxing.
mean,
It's boxing. Let's deal with these Joe Joyce because there's so much people talking
let's deal
about.
with them before I go to my bed, bro.
Yeah, because we've gone
that,
over.
that ceremony thing drained out my energy, bro. Yesterday,
Who's that said again?
that ceremony thing. It went on to about 3 o'clock to rot it.
Bro, I have had 1 hour sleep, man. Just fix up yourself, man. Just drink coffee or something. Come with your old tired self, man. Anyway,
I'm glad to my
someone
bed
saying
yesterday, bro.
Zhang versus Chisora. Come on, man. Louder.
You know what? As much as you're laughing, yeah, don't be surprised that fight don't happen. You know.
Oh. That means that. Nah. I don't want to see that fight. I don't want to
No,
see
neither
that
do
fight.
I. But I'm telling you again, do not be surprised if you don't see that fight.
Wow.
Derek Chisora can
It's
slip
still a
into
draw,
place and
actually.
go.
It's still a draw, but listen, when fighters lose in a particular manner, or even when they win at the end of their career, people really always say, that they should retire. Derek, I don't know if it's because the, the kind of like the way I feel about Derek and the connection, and he's got a beautiful family and what have you, and he's been in tough fights, been stopped a few times, but always come back. I'm like, how much, how much do you want? How much do you need? And I don't think a fight like Zhang at this stage of his career is one that he should be taken. But Derek is his own man. Derek has openly said that he retires when he wants to retire. He ain't listening to me or you or anyone for that matter of fact. But it's not a fight that I want to see. Zhang versus AJ. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's a good fight.
Yeah.
It's a good fight. It's a good fight. I think AJ beat him in amateurs, didn't he?
Yeah, AJ
He
beat
beat
him
him in
and
the
dropped
Olympics,
him as
didn't
well.
it? Yeah, and dropped him.
Dropped him as well.
You know what next thing? You know what next thing that's amazing? I remember when AJ knocked out Joe Joyce, where he stopped him. I remember that fight,
Yeah.
At Earlsfield. I was at that fight,
Okay.
Yeah. And AJ does rush her for a big right hands after him.
But that was a different Anthony Joshua. But
Yeah,
I
I know
mean,
it was.
now,
But what I'm trying to say is so I know it was a different Anthony Joshua, but it's also a different Joe Joyce.
yes, sir.
But it's like I said, this game is very fickle because, and I'm not jumping on the back from like Joe Joyce should retire. Joe Joyce, as far as I'm concerned, is still a problem and he's still dangerous. Right? It's just that
But this is what I'm trying to say.
you
We were
meet your
talking about the end
bogeyman,
of his.
and he met his Ken Norton last night. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
Zhilei
trying to
Zhang
say.
is his
Like,
Ken Norton.
because I mean, I spoke to Joe. We're talking about a few hours after the fact. This morning in the hotel, I was speaking to Joe. Still coherent, very upset. We know boxing is a cumulative sport where you most times see the damage after the careers are over. But I actually think Joe against any other fighter other than Zhang at this stage of his career is still competitive. After a rest, remember, because Joe's been very busy. You know, he's been fighting. He's fighting. You know, Parker, Zhang, then Zhang again. That's bare fight, Spence. He just needs a rest. Don't be yawning on the show, man. What's the matter with you, bro? Come
Look,
on, man.
bro, let me tell you
We
this now,
just got
yeah,
an award last night, and man's
bro,
yawning on the show. Nah,
bro.
nah, 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 nah. Spencer, but I was in a fight last night. Well, not me
I know
personally, but I was
business.
in the ring last night.
I know
Bro,
business.
bro, a man sleeping on the thing.
I know business. What you're saying. Well, I'm trying to tell a man, like, ladies and
Bro,
gentlemen, this is my
Manny,
routine. This is my routine,
Manny,
yeah.
bro, drink some herbal tea or something,
Nah,
bro.
I'm gonna drink some water in a minute. I went and done the thing, yeah. I went to that award. The thing never finished till 1 o'clock in the morning, bruv.
I said, go your bed, fam.
And this is why this show gets awards, bruv.
Joe, man. Right, Joe, man was going like this. He scraped at his whole eyes. Bro, we need to Spencer, drink some. You know what they do in Nigeria? They'll fling pepper in your eye or something. Bro. You need to wake up, bro. You can't be sleeping. Nah. I'm gonna have to put a stop to this. People, please, someone send something around to Spencer's house. But we need him awake. We need him awake. One little bro, I'm on 1 hour sleep, Spencer. And you're
Tony, I
behaving
know
like
business
this.
about you and your 1 hour sleep because I told man already. When I saw Tony did the interview on Friday, I said, Tony, you bunny weed or something? Tony's eyes was red, was red like some devil in hell.
Bro, you done a full yawn. Spencer done a full yawn on the side. Drink some Milo.
Bro, man's not listening to me, yeah? When Clifton come off, I said, that's
Drink some
good.
Milo, bro. You know,
That
oh my goodness
Now Milo will send you
gracious
to sleep, bro.
me.
Milo will send you to sleep.
Man, bro. Man, that's serious with us, Spencer. When man tell you to drink Milo on the show. Nah, I'm sweating.
Milo will send you to sleep, bro.
Sugar Ray says, forgot to say, Spencer, well done. It's not your award, it's our award.
It's our award, come on. It's
Right,
not a
right
singular
award.
thing.
Don't try to signal that man like it's his award only. It's our award, bro.
Nah, but it's the truth. Nah, he's talking the truth, man. I've been carrying you for too long, too. I'm going to my bed.
No, I'm carrying you, bro, because you're sleeping. Anyway, my head's hurting me. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been fantastic.
No,
It's good to be back,
Tony, I'm
Spence.
good, man. I'm good. Don't cut it off.
It's
Don't cut it.
been
Let's
good.
carry on, man.
Nah,
Let's carry on, man. Carry on.
you still ready? All right, cool. Say
I'm
that.
here, man. I'm here.
Don't try to act tough, and then you're gonna be yawning and scraping out your eyes again. Please, I beg.
No, joking. Nah, I'm good, man.
We don't need this. All right. So I've always said, is there anything we haven't touched on? Hitchison won a 12-round points decision against Zapida last night. A very competent performance by young Hitchison. I can never say it right. I don't know where he goes from here though, because Zapida just lost against Prograde. Prograde's the WBC world champion, and so how they now develop this young man, I don't know how much people is going to want to fight him. Spencer, Man sending me screenshot. Man sending me screenshot of you. Look. Live on the show.
Child, let me get some water, man.
I
Carry on
can
talking,
tell
man.
you, this is the internet.
I don't care.
Spencer does thing on the internet. He thinks everyone's seeing. Everyone's seeing what. Oh, how can we forget young Conor Benn? How can we not even touch on Conor Benn's last night? There have been so much talk on Conor Benn's return to the ring last night. I mean, I was in the hotel room on the bed watching all the boxing last night after Anthony's fight. People keep on talking about Anthony's hairstyle. What are you talking about? It's called swag, bro. I don't know what's the matter.
Now, I
He's
like the
got you
hairstyle. I
talking.
ain't gonna lie. I like the
His hair
hairstyle.
sounds serious. He's got you talking. He's got a lot of people talking. And, Auntie is one of those individuals that can pull off anything. And you know what? I was trying to keep my poker face walking to the ring. But when the 2-pack started playing, Spence, my head started going like this. Ain't nothing but a gangster party. You know that tune there?
There's a big boy too, but let's go back to the Conor Benn. I'm just
All
gonna
right,
be
let's
real.
go back to Conor Benn. All right,
All
we're
I'm
back.
getting, listen, and
First
I'm
of all, the
talking.
performance. Sorry. First of all, the
Huh?
performance. What
Yeah,
do you think of the performance itself?
Tundi, man was saying to me that the drugs are run out.
What's the matter with me? No. I'm not having that. I'm not having
That's
that,
what.
Spencer Fearon.
No, Tundi, that's
I'm
what
not
man
having
was.
that.
People was just texting me. 'Cause I didn't watch. I watched the fight this morning. People saying, "Nah, he don't look right. Conor Benn don't look right." Da, da, da. But I'm saying this is what I'm saying in defense of Conor Benn. Maybe he doesn't look right because he's a young man that's been under a lot of scrutiny and burden
Exactly.
for so long. And like you're saying, yeah, I just want to fight, And you've got so much in you, so you're damned if you do. If he went out and banged him out in one round, we'd say the state of which he fought in America never did no proper drug testing. He's on the drugs, right? He goes places with him. He said, oh, it's because he's off the drugs or he's not eating no eggs and protein shake, so he can't fight. Do you know what I mean? So whatever he does, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. What I am saying is this. Me personally, I would have liked to see him have cleared up all of this stuff for the British border control first, and then gone and fought. But it is what it is. Can I knock a man for going after his junior aspirations? I'm saying no. I can't really be. I can't knock. Go do your thing. But the performance was it was lackluster, Tundi.
You think so?
Yeah, I thought
Don't you think people are being a bit hard?
Quite
Over.
rightly so. Because I'm looking at the man that banged out Chris Algieri. I'm looking at the man that beat up
Van Herden.
Van Herden, broke up Van Herden. So I'm looking at that. So I'm thinking, well, are you going to come back to that? But I'm going to give you a squeeze simply because I know, I mean, things ain't. You've gone through a lot over the last year. Thank you very much, Vilroy Bailey, for the 1999. Big up yourself, Vilroy, and I hope when's your daughter fighting as well, Vilroy? Vilroy Bailey says, you guys are killing me. One thing, Tundi, you know Jollof Joe.
Well enough to approach him as a trainer. Sounds out of order, but Ishmael Salis seems tactically inept. Having Joe around you and AY camp would benefit him hugely. You know, someone said this to me today, yesterday actually, and Ant he loves Joe. When I say love, I don't want to start again. I'm a man. I don't like talking for a next man or how a next man feels about another man. But one thing I know, Ant has always got good things to say about Joe, and they took pictures together at the weigh-in and stuff like that. So I know that energy is cool, and same with me. Everyone knows I've always supported Joe, but I don't really like when things are going good because I feel I'd be a kind of hypocrite. If things are going good and then this guy is the best guy for him, and then it goes bad, and then you say, "Let me jump ship." I think this, I don't really like that, Vilroy. That's the only thing that would make me think like that. I've had so many people that come to me they come to me when they lose. I'm like, bro, what are you coming to me now for? Why didn't you come to me
Mm.
when you maybe was coming up? When you understand? I don't know. I've always been like that. Of course, it's an opportunity to train a heavyweight, and I like the challenge of building people when no one thinks anything is left. But it's something, Joe. I don't run down fighters. I never have, and I never will. If a man comes to me and says, I'm interested in working with you, I'm in this game for success myself. I'll look at it, and so it's just one of those things. We'll see what Joe is, but Clifton made reference to it. I keep asking myself why British guys feel going over to America is automatic success for them. Why they feel their career as enhances when they go to America. And
Mm.
I'm still waiting for the success story. I'm still waiting for the success story that when that's happened.
What, when British guys go over to America?
Yeah, I mean, you got a few. And don't get me wrong. I mean, again, I don't class Lennox, bro. Lennox is I'm classing Canadian American, even though he was from the
Yeah,
ends.
yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But other than that, Chris Eubanks is already in his career. So yeah, he's had one fight with Bomac. He's been successful with a guy who's at the end of his career. Amir Khan went over there. Do I need to say any more? Who
Mm.
else? I'm trying to think of other fighters that's gone over there where we can say, oh wow, there's been some massive
Well, no,
improvement.
because you got to think. You went, yep, Lee 66, yep, Lloyd Hannigan did go out to America. But
And
then,
bust up an American,
yeah, but
one of the greatest.
Lloyd Hannigan also said, why am I going to America and spend 60,000 on a training camp when I can train in England?
Exactly,
Simple.
down Old Kent Road. Thomas
Okay,
Beckett.
Road.
Thomas
Exactly.
Beckett. I just feel that, yeah, people say learn something new, but it's just that thing. It's like you got to know you can go to America. You can go out there for sparring and great training camps and stuff like that. Does it mean it has to be a man talking in an American slang? Because a lot of these guys, American trainers, when I hear them talk, I'm thinking, you're not talking like you're trying, it's like you're talking like with disrespect. Like, yeah, we're gonna show you what's going on. But that's just me.
Mm.
Because I'm not
Well, you know
ignorant.
what?
I'm not ignorant enough to think that you can't learn something elsewhere. And I do believe that every fighter should go out to America just because it's a bigger playing field, and you can get some good sparring. But I'm telling you, you could get some rubbish sparring as well. It's just numbers. But I guess, listen, whatever suits the fighter. But yeah, I think Joe is at a stage of his career where it's just a few things that can benefit him. Just a few things, because he is what he is. Joe is what he is. I think against he'll be successful. He still must be as successful against another type fighter. Maybe one of the young guys that's coming up, Adelaide, Fabio. Um, let them
Who?
fight Joe. Maybe Joe will
Um,
come around to that level a bit.
nah, because I think Joe's above that level. I don't why.
True.
I don't think Joe should go down a level because
Yeah.
I'm telling you again, famously, um, like when Ali fought Ken Norton 3 times, right?
Yes.
A man could argue say Ali lost all 3 of them fights,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Is that
So
because he was going down a level? Is that what you're saying?
no, I'm saying yeah, not only that because he was bringing up Ken Norton, right?
Okay.
Ken Norton was doing one that was jumping up to his level,
Okay,
and
I get what you're saying. I get
yeah,
what you're saying. Yes,
right.
I
So
appreciate that.
and then sometimes Tony, when you fight certain people can be your bogeyman.
Yes,
That
that's what I
is
feel in
Joe
this case.
Joyce's Ken Norton. It's as simple as that, mate. Because you mean Ken Norton got knocked out by George Foreman in Venezuela, right, in 2 rounds. But Ali went on and fought fought George Foreman and beat him.
Yeah,
So styles do make fights,
South Mate
and
fights. Yeah,
and certain man is just gonna be a bogeyman. And that guy Zhang has got Joe Joyce's number.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Mob Vlog said Sunday they want to learn something new. That's why they go to America. So what did Joe Joyce learn? Yeah, you need to ask me that one. What did he learn? In 2 fights, what did he learn? Yeah, bruv, you just this is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes people just talking for talking's sake. They actually don't know what they're just repeating. You're just repeating. I'm saying, show me some evidence. I want to see evidence where we see some massive, because you can't tell me nothing like Brandon Ingle produced some of the best fighters ever to come out of this country.
Trust me.
That's Brandon Ingle.
Trust me.
I don't know. I mean, one man can't train everyone, so I get that part. And maybe, you know, fighters, they have egos, so maybe when there's too many champions in one camp, they want to, and then there might be just a
yeah, but Tundi, I hear that. But Tundi, it's no different. It's no different when, like, for instance, everyone's going to Buddy McGirt now.
Yes.
Tundi, when's he got time to train anybody?
That's what I don't. These are the things I don't understand. Right? I just don't get it. That's what I'm saying. It don't make sense to me. But anyway, I don't know everything. I'm trying to learn just like most people on here. Alexander Wilson, thank you for the $10.
Sean George did say that Joe's team didn't know anything about boxing. If they think putting on weight will increase his durability, he said that is a huge mistake they made before the fight even started. All right then.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, the thinking behind that, I would love to hear the thinking behind Joe putting on so much weight. And again, after the first fight,
and the way he looked fat, Joe Joyce looked fat, bro.
I don't know. I just
he did look fat.
I think there's a lot of excuses. We don't know. We're not inside these camps. We don't know how long he's training for. All we know that Joe has had 2 fights with Zhang now. Zhang has looked better in both fights. Like, he's looked better in the fight after the first one.
The rumors were, right? And I'm saying it's rumors before anything, but the rumors were that he was getting floored in training, right?
Who was getting floored in training?
Joe Joyce was getting dropped. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was a talk. And so that was circulating a lot that he was getting dropped in. He was getting dropped in sparring. So, and the only reason why I think maybe it could be true is because I'm going by Derek Chisora saying that he didn't train for the fight. And Derek is adamant.
You heard that he got floored in sparring a few times.
That's what I heard, man. That's what I heard. You know what I mean? So, but sparring, so what? Right? But that's what I heard. Now, I don't know how true it is or how, but going by the performance yesterday, I think I watched a man that seemed stuck between styles and looked a bit lost. That's what I saw yesterday. You know? I really did. But I am going to be also open about it. And I do wish that Joe Joyce does return. And we'll see. J.A., seriously, I didn't make it up. I mean, I don't want to expose the person that told me. You know what I mean? But yeah.
You know Spencer's the EastEnders of boxing. You know Spencer coming like Coronation Street of boxing, where me, I don't know no one's business. I'm just hearing. I get 99% of my information from about our boxers from Spencer. I'm just telling everybody know. I don't know nothing.
But I'm just saying that's what I heard. I heard that he got right. And what's she's gonna start coming out? The whispers are all going around, you know what I mean? But like I'm saying, boxing isn't easy, right? Boxing ain't easy, man. And
do you think Joe went still someone up?
Do I think no, I don't think he's still. I just think he's come up against a style that
I think
it's not for him. That is it.
But this is what I'm saying, Spence. You're saying that Joe's at a certain level now, and I'm saying, why can't he drop a level to get back his confidence and go again?
Yeah. But I'm saying he could drop down a level, and you know sometimes when you drop down a level, not everyone can be anti-Yarde and drop down a level and just blaze man, fight big man who's above his level and blaze them. Not everyone can do that. Certain man drop down to a level and they become the level that they're at.
Yeah, I think you don't know till you're trying it. I just think that again, everyone has different ambitions and how they see the sport, and then everybody has opinions. So I don't know. I don't think Joe dropping down a level just at least for one fight, or maybe even two fights. You know, he's coming off two devastating blows.
I'm gonna
He's
tell you
got
the
damage.
difficult thing of Joe dropping down a level, Tundi, right?
Going.
Is that there will be no financial reward in it. And the
Well,
reason
hold on. Let me just stop right there. He's got paid well for the last two fights. He must
how
have
do you
been
know he
paid
got
well.
paid, bro?
Yeah, well, Joe said it to me, and he said it to me
All
this
right,
morning.
all right, cool.
Bro,
So,
he said me, he had decided he got paid. He got paid. So the point is that again, this is where does your ambition lie?
all right.
You know, do you still want to win a world title, or do you just want to collect them notes? Then if that's so if you do still want to win a world title, then you know you maybe have a rebuild fight. I don't think Frank would say no for Joe having a rebuild fight. Why? You know, and then maybe go again. Maybe two. We need to look at him. You know, confidence builder, and people can't be again. This is what I said to Joe this morning. People are never really gonna know what it's like to be Joe Joyce. You know, so all this criticism that you may be getting from the outside, you just close your ears because you dared to be great. You took the chance when nobody was giving this guy a chance. You know, and so you just need to just relax, come again, and then we'll see. So, you know, I mean, listen, Joe Joyce is gonna do what Joe Joyce is gonna do. I think he's got his family around him. He has, you know, he's got a team around him. But definitely, I don't see anything wrong with Joe having a little step down and then coming again. Yeah, but of course, you know, listen, I'm in boxing for a long time, so yeah, our team is strong again. You know, Malcolm is back with us. Um, James Cook, Ade, Oliyinka, and myself. The team's strong. Team strong. You know, is Anthony Yard, Joe Kadua. Yeah, man, we're moving. We're moving. So yeah, I'm sure. Listen, in time, you know, fighters will gravitate and come. So it's not that I'm here saying I'm not, you know, I'm not doing nothing. We got trainers, so it is what it is. Dotty gal, all time. And I'm not saying it dotty. No, it's dotty gal. Thank you for the £5. Well done, fellas. We've given Spencer a bit of boost because he's managed to stay with us, stay in there after the little sleeping episode. He's back in this thing here. Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois 2. Now that is a fight, Spence.
Tundi, Daniel Dubois is trying to get the AJ money right now.
Daniel ain't fighting AJ. Come on.
You see, Frank put it out and said, yeah, we would have put him in the
Don't be
runnings.
silly.
That's
Don't
the
be
fight.
silly. That's
Don't-
one fight I'm saying. Don't be silly. That fight ain't happening. Daniel Dubois is not fighting Anthony Joshua. So get that out of your brain. It's never happened. It will never happen. There's more likelihood of Joyce Dubois than there is of Dubois AJ. And that's why I say that's a good shout, Alexander Wilson. And it'd be a good fight for both of them. Again, Daniel's still young. He's had two crushing defeats, one to Joe. But then this could be a good redemption fight for Daniel Dubois. And who knows? He could then get another shot at Usyk and redeem himself there. So I think this is an excellent fight. Daniel Dubois against, and it's a chance for Joe to show that the first fight wasn't a fluke. Let him do to Dubois what Zhang done to him and prove it wasn't a fluke. That is a great fight, Spencer. Joe Joyce versus Daniel Dubois 2.
I can't see it happening though. But
Well,
now it's been mentioned on our show. It
bro,
could
I'm
happen.
telling you. Yeah,
It
because
could
you
happen.
know, listen, Dev's a avid watcher and listener of this
Now,
show.
big up Dev as well, man. I
Big up
like how
Dev
he's going, man.
Sani, the Michael
And
Buffer.
also, let me big up Hamza Faraz. I really
Come
enjoy
on, big
this.
up Hamza.
I like Hamza. I like him a lot. I like his composure. I like how he carries himself as well. kid's a gentleman. I like him, I like him a lot.
Yeah, I
But I'm gonna
said to
be
him,
real. If he fights Denzel Bentley, I want Denzel to break him up. But I'm just being real. I'm being real. You know what
that's
I
a
mean?
good fight. Denzel Benzi, I spoke to him last night. Let them announce it first, but he told
Yeah,
me who
yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
fighting
I
in
like Denzel a
November.
lot, man. Good you.
Big up Denzel. I like how he's moving. Confident. His
He-
confidence is getting better. So Denzel Bentley out again. I think it's November I think it's early November. Denzel's out. That's what he was telling me last night. And so yeah, looking forward to it to see it. And then let's get that fight. Denzel versus Hamza Shiraz. Good fight. Moses Itoma, have to speak about the young gun.
That was a good combination of food there,
Royston Barney.
husband.
Royston Barney again. I'm picking up the young guns now. Give you, look, man. I'm giving you little youngers. Because little Royston's little younger brother, bro, we bucked two times in the hotel. He's like, ton. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, how's the aunt and everything? I said, yeah. So, bro, I've heard a lot about you as well. Little younger
He's won bare
Royston Barney. He's
nationals,
a
isn't
good
it?
fighter, you know.
Listen, let me tell you this, yeah. Royston Barney's dad, yeah, lovely
Mm-hmm.
man, yeah, and
And the mum as well. Pick up the
yep.
mum.
Let me tell you this, son. You see that family there, yeah?
Proper
I
family.
like that family because I remember they came down a few years ago and they went to spar with Sugar Shy. You know that Shiloh, Shiloh the
Yeah,
Freitas.
Sugar Shy, yeah.
Yeah, Sugar Shy. They came in to spar with him, yeah, and the whole family come. They come
Proper
in a
family.
van. They just come. The whole family come for the spar. I like how they roll. I love their family unit. They are really nice people as well from traveling community, but they are really really nice people.
Yeah, they're proper, man. So
They're
the
proper.
mum,
They're proper.
uh, um, yeah, they're just they're great family, great unit, and the younger brother's name's Noah, and bro, he's a hot talent as well. So big up
Listen,
Noah Barney,
he's a little G. He's a little G
bro.
twin.
Me and bro, I see Noah. But what time was it? It was about I forgot what time it was. It may have been about. It was after the fight on Saturday night. Might have been around midnight or something like that. I'm saying, bro, where you going at this time of night? He said, bro, I'm going to get some pancakes, bro. He said, going to get some pancakes. I said, yeah, come on, be young, live your life. I love that. So big up Royston, big up Noah, Barney Smith, and the father. I spoke with him. We was at breakfast. It's just a great family, and I wish them nothing but the best. So Barney Smith and Noah and Moses Atuma was fantastic last night.
Bro,
A young heavyweight, um,
you know
a
what I
great
liked
press.
about Atuma?
Go on,
The poise in how he threw his shots was
beautiful.
beautiful, right? It was beautiful. Not only that, but I also like the condition of what he looked in.
Mm.
He looked in very good
He's getting
conditions.
better. Yeah, the shape is
Yeah.
starting to form now.
Yeah. 'Cause
He's only 18 years old. Talk about him sparring with AJ when he was 17 and doing very well. Um, his future's bright. He just needs to stay on course, and I think we may have something special on our hands. He's quite small for a heavyweight when you consider the size of some of these guys. But
very true.
maybe we're entering back into the era of the smaller heavyweights
I
because
think we could do. I think we could
yes,
be because the equilibrium is better on the smaller heavyweights than these big gigantic man. Tyson
yes,
Fury is a law unto himself, right?
yes, yes,
But yeah, it seems like we could be going. We could be. Hopefully, we do go back to those days. I wouldn't mind seeing those days,
yes. 18 is very young, Spence. Very,
bro.
very young.
Telling
Very,
you,
very young. And he's skilled. I know he's in a rush. He wants to step up, but one thing nobody can say about Frank is that he hasn't got a history of building fighters and bringing them through properly. So let's hope the same thing will happen for Moses Atuma and his brother. Let's not forget Carol. Carol was the one we was all talking about first until that little slip up.
mm,
So he has to come back. Maybe his confidence has dipped a little bit since then, but he's again the young lads on a mission, and so sometimes I think it's good for young people to fall over. If you don't fail, you ain't trying to do anything.
trust me.
If you have to fail, that means you're trying to attempt something. So Never look at failure as not being part of the journey. Spence, I think that's enough. I think we've spoke about everyone. We spoke about the young, and let's pick up young Aloys. I know his fight wasn't I don't think his fight was televised because it was a
Oh,
floater.
what round did he win?
Bro, 38 seconds, bro. It was
You see,
easy
I'm
work.
trying to say that was a little
Bro,
monster.
when we come into the thing, sorry, when we came into the venue, we went in to get the medicals, or Anthony went in to get the medicals. I said, hold on, what? What, the trainers are getting medicals now? Because I'm fat, brother. I said, what, trainers are getting medicals? He said, no, that's not the trainer, that's a fighter. That happened to be Aloys' opponent. But anyway, suffice to say,
Well, some
the
other
young man,
cruiserweight boy on the show as well.
cruiserweight,
There's
and
another
Tommy Fletcher, young
Tommy
Tommy
Fletcher.
Fletcher.
Because them
I
two,
think that
they're
was
beefing, innit?
yeah, apparently they're beefing. That's a fight that could be built up.
Yep.
So young Tommy Fletcher, I think the 6 foot, he must be about 6'4" or 5 at least. He's tall.
He's 6'6" ton.
6'6",
6'6"
southpaw,
cruiserweight.
a southpaw cruiserweight. Wow, I don't know how they're fitting all this weight into these
But
giants.
let me tell you about this Alloys you, yeah, ton.
Yes.
And I was speaking to him with Jonathan Pilar when we was down at the gym. I said, that kid wants to fight. Because when I see him walk onto he's like beating up his chest. He's like,
Yeah.
he wants to fight, bro. So big up,
Well,
I mean, who's it? It's Barry that trains him, innit?
yes, Barry.
Barry Smith. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Barry
but it
Smith
was
trains
actually
him.
Martin. It's actually Martin Malcolm who's back with us where he belongs. So Martin's back with us in the team. Martin started with us and he's back with us. So yeah, Martin was the main first trainer for Alloys. Now
But
somehow
he's not anymore in it.
nah, which is
Okay.
unfortunate, but it
It
happens.
happens.
But
It's boxing,
yeah,
ton.
it's boxing.
You know what I
But
mean?
well done. Listen, anyone who's around me, the vibes got to be. It's just love. It's all love, And if a man goes a separate way, then it is what it is. You just have to get on with what you're doing. Wish him nothing but the best. So, hence why I'm bigging up Aloys and congratulating him on his victory, even though he's been a cheeky little git in the past, saying things about me. But again, I'm showing these
But,
youngers.
yeah,
I'm showing
we
these.
don't even need
Wait,
to entertain the
wait.
conversation.
No. It's cool. You have to teach them, bro. I keep telling man, you olders, you can't keep on blaming these younger generations, and you're not correcting them because it's gonna keep doing what they're doing. But at least if you show them a little light where they've gone wrong, then it's up to them again. So I'm showing man that you can disrespect me. I don't carry feelings for no one. You understand? You can disrespect me. It's cool. I'm still gonna be laughing. I'm still gonna have my fun, and I'm still gonna show you love when I see you. So I'm still gonna show and support my young brother Aloys, and I wish him nothing but the best. He was a winner yesterday. He knocked out the brother 38 seconds, and he's a problem. He's a problem. Yeah, that snaps. Back in the day when these young guns, you just give them a little conk in the forehead. Remember, man, you just get a conk in the forehead. To matters them down. Well, you can't do that nowadays because these young ones, they would take something out and bang you back.
Good.
But yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
son, I would like to continue, but my battery's running out. I'm on.
Yeah. We know you ain't got the juice to carry on, but it don't
No,
matter.
that's right. I ain't got the juice because I want to go to my bed right now. You know what I
All
mean?
right, ladies and gentlemen,
How about that one?
we've gone almost an hour over time, but thank you. Still got 612 on the live. Press the like button, press the subscribe button. You know that The Fight Is Right is the award-winning podcast. The show them the thing, Spence. Are the things right there? I showed them the thing.
And
Winners.
in the drama though, Tun.
What?
It's called the Golden Lion Award, Tundi.
There you go. It was meant to be.
It was
Lions in
meant
the
to be.
camp.
As you can see, the Fight Is Right podcast.
Come on.
All right.
Come on.
So big up every single person that voted. And on that note, that's right. I'm looking like Zhang right now for real. I'm going to my bed, bro. How about that one?
Man said, look at your eyes are looking like Zhang. Cool. Ladies and gentlemen, no. Before I sign off, let me just say thank you to a few people that have been with us. Mind Mastery, as always, Trevor OJ, Half Past Fashion, the lovely Half Past Fashion, ND, Dotty Girl, Tartan 360, King Bear, Kurt Campbell, Red Rose, Mind Mastery, Richard Brown, Snaps, Trevor OJ, Thomas J. Riley, Philip Answer, Zach Katz, Checkmate 734, Bobby Wright, the one and only, Tartan 360, Snaps, I've said that already, SA, Yeba, Country Done. I was saying to myself, where's Country? I ain't even seen Country in the comments, but he's there. You know, Country's he has
He's
to be
there,
there.
bro.
He has to be there. Adi Fisan, I see ya. Big Blazer 80, Skyliner, the editor. He's with us. JA2 Bless, iBoxing Hub. The list goes on and on. Kurt Campbell, I think I've said that. Wilo Mo Fire. Yeah. Too much to mention. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been an absolute pleasure having you all on with us this Sunday evening, and we are about to end the show in exactly the same way we started. We started it with the magical words of dream it, believe it, become it.
Come on now.
Yeah. Some little voodoo dolly got there. You'll be putting some oil on the thing tonight. Yeah, Crescent. Yeah, listen, man. Great show, Spence. Listen, see you in a week.
Yeah, man.
Everyone,
See you definitely in the week, and we'll see what's
100%.
going on. So, peace, two fingers. Everyone have a blessed week. Thank you so much for joining us on this Sunday evening. I'm out. I'm going to my bed. Tundi's going to get his eyes red again. I don't know what he's